Welcome back everyone to the Philippines. We're still in Coron, Palawan. In the last video, you saw us doing scuba diving, and this time we're going to island hop. So for 2 days, we were island hopping the beautiful, pristine beaches of Coron, and then doing an island tour of the different lagoons and kayaking, snorkeling. It was really wonderful experience, and we're so excited to show it to you today.
Can you describe what we're waiting for?
Yeah, so we're at the port in Coron, and they have a new system whereby you have to go and validate all the papers at the hut there, and then you get to leave. So we're waiting for our boat to be able to get validated, and we don't know how long it's going to take because it's a new system.
Yeah, it's a short line, and I think our captain is over here. Unfortunately, not at the front of the line. But yeah, and we'll get to explore all the islands outside of this bay.
Off we go again. You excited? What are we doing today?
We're doing 3 white sand beaches.
Yeah, it's the Island Escapade tour. So we're very excited. It's a beautiful day. Strong currents once again. And we're leaving the super busy port. Just so that you know, for logistics, the Island Escapade tour has 3 stops plus snorkeling and includes lunch. The private tour, which is what we did, cost about 4,400 Filipino pesos, which is 75 USD per person. We're just arriving to our first island on the Island Escapade tour. Look at this pristine water. It's like seafood. So clear. We are at Makapuya Island, and this is such a paradise island. White sand beaches, azure waters, completely clear. So cool. BJ playing in the sand.
Yeah, I'm going to show you just grabbing a random handful from the seafloor.
Okay.
In Philippines, this is what you get. You get a handful of coral, so you have coral right here, 3 pieces of coral. And I'm gonna grab another handful, another piece of coral. We'll grab another handful, any random handful. Another piece of coral, 1 rock. Let's see, what else? Another piece of coral. Let me see. Look at this. Oh, huge piece of coral. Look at that. One more. Oh, look at this. Huge. Oh, look, a little shell. Shells and tons of coral and 1 rock. Get out of here, rock. Let me get another big one. Ooh, here's a big one. Oh no, just a regular. Look at all this coral right here.
That's pretty cool. Alright.
This grinds up and turns into white sand basically.
Yeah, which is the sand that we're standing on.
Do you want me underwater?
Yeah, sure.
Underwater. Very graceful.
Makapuya Island was easily one of the most gorgeous beaches I've ever been in my life, and the powdery white sand with the crystal clear turquoise waters, the swaying palm trees, everything just made it seem like a dream. We had a lot of relaxation on the island because we were so busy diving the last 2 days that we really just wanted to unwind, and this was the perfect opportunity. After playing and swimming in the water and relaxing on the beach, we gathered the energy to take a short hike up a nearby hill to see the panoramic views of the surrounding area. So, there were a lot of gorgeous islands nearby, as well as these limestone cliffs that were so dramatic but very emblematic of the area. We took a 360 video, and it was just a wonderful experience. So we just arrived at our second stop on Island Escapade tour. This is Banana Island, and we're gonna have lunch here. So our guide is preparing a lunch, and we're just taking a quick walkabout while we wait. Seems really nice so far, and we haven't even been to the most white sand, beautiful part of the island yet. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. As we were waiting for our lunch, we took a quick stroll around the island to explore. We saw these really cute bungalows that face the ocean, and it just seemed like a really serene area to stay in if you ever want to do that. Lunch was served and it was bomb. I cannot tell you how impressed I was with them making all of this food on our little boat. We had rice, cooked veggies, fresh veggie salad. We also had squid, prawns, chicken, and then to end it as dessert, we had mango and watermelon. So good. After lunch, we worked off our food by walking around a bit more on the island. It was just so gorgeous and out of the world. To say it is paradise is almost like not doing it justice. Afterwards, we had a really long nap, which was really nice, and there were plenty of hammocks around, so we just each got a hammock and started napping, and then followed by playing in the water. Now we're on our way to our third and final island, but not before we make a stop to snorkel. The marine life was really rich, and I am very keen to show you. This is our last island. It's Bulak Dogs Island.
It is fantastic. And really great snorkeling.
Very great
Out there
snorkeling.
near the buoy.
Yeah.
And we saw triggerfish, pufferfish, clownfish, angelfish. What else did we see?
We saw a lot.
A whole lot of sea slugs.
Yeah. Waves are so calm here. Round two. This is the merry fish swimming slowly towards you.
There's a bit of people here now, but it's still not that crowded.
After relaxing and playing in the water, we went back on the boat and headed home. So that was a really fantastic day. I highly recommend the Island Escapade tour. As you can see, the scenery was just like a dreamscape with the white powdery sand. It was so soft and fine. The water was this beautiful turquoise and azure color. It's so clear. You can see from our snorkeling videos that the visibility was also incredible. Just really calm, serene, relaxing day. Super important for us after 2 days of diving. We're getting out of the port, and it's a bit hectic at the moment because we're surrounded. I think with this boat moving, we'll be able to get out. It's complex. Oh, there's space for us. Yes. Okay, I think we're getting out. Now that we're slowly getting out of the port, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do today. So we're doing the very famous Coron Ultimate Tour, but with a twist. Because we're flying out of Coron to Manila later today, we decided to do a shorter version of this tour, but starting earlier. So usually with this tour, there are about 7 stops, and we're only doing about 5 of them. So we visited the Kayaking Lake, Barracuda Lake, Twin Lagoons, and then went to snorkel at one of the coral reefs, and then had lunch at Beach 91. So that is our itinerary for today. We're at Barracuda Lake, and this is the entrance. This is pretty cool. Very jagged rocks. Careful. Oh, just So the entrance to the lake was quite adventurous, and we enjoy that. I'm going to show you a little bit of the main activities to do in the lake, and then explain a little bit about the lake itself. I couldn't get over how clear the water was at Barracuda Lake, and it was really interesting to see all of the limestone landscape underwater. So I was obsessed with exploring that area, and just took a lot of time swimming around, snorkeling, and really enjoying the scenery. If you're a good swimmer and you're in Barracuda Lake, I highly recommend trying your hand at free diving. We were obviously only doing short spurts because we're not trained in it, but you know, it is a safe environment in which you have your life jacket that can help you float when you're up in the surface. And I don't know, it's a very different muscle compared to being a scuba diver. As you guys know from our previous videos, that Bijan and I are scuba divers, and the equalization when you're free diving as opposed to having your scuba diving equipment is very different, and I had to really get used to it. But it's a valuable skill because once we got the hang of it, I've been actually applying some of that to my snorkeling when we're in the ocean. One of the things that really surprised me with these catfish swimming around in the lake, they are called the blue-eyed dwarf catfish, and they are a very small specialized species of catfish that lives in Barracuda Lake. And despite the name Barracuda, there are actually no barracudas in the lake itself because it is named after the barracuda found in the surrounding ocean. Just keep on going.
Yeah, just the look of the whole limestone is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Super beautiful. You're my merman, my merman, Bijan the merman.
What you don't know is I'm actually just walking. I'm not actually swimming. There's a platform. It's a moving platform. It's all motorized. This is actually a LED screen behind us. That's actually all fake news out there.
Yeah, it's just LEDs.
Yeah. It's LEDs and special effects.
We had so much fun at Barracuda Lake, and it is one of the most unique experiences we've had. One very distinct thing about Barracuda Lake is that it's famous for its thermocline layers. This means the lake is a mix of fresh and salt water, and it has a very distinctive layer with varying temperatures. So the water at the top, which is the fresh water, is colder, and then as it gets to the salt water at the bottom, it is significantly warmer. Now we're off to our second stop, and I'm so excited to show you. Before we get there, I just remember I didn't tell you the cost of the Coron Ultimate Tour. So for our private tour, it was around 3,900 pesos, about $67 USD. However, we got a discount because we didn't do the full day. So this is the famous view from the top of the stairs at Kayaking Lake. It is magnificent, and I've also seen it as a Windows background display. Kayaking Lake is another famous freshwater lake in the Coron area, very well known for its crystal clear waters, and you will see the great visibility in a minute. It's kind of similar to Barracuda Lake in that it has these limestone landscape and a mix of freshwater and saltwater layers. It is very, very scenic and one of the cleanest lakes in Asia. To get there, you have to go up and down hundreds of steps to a beautiful viewpoint. And then you can get down to the lake from there, which is ideal for swimming and snorkeling. It's also very culturally significant to the local Tagbaluna tribe, and visitors have to respect the rules of that area. You'll find that there are a lot of these tiny needlefish swimming in the water, so I really enjoy hanging out with them. Another highlight for me was exploring this cave. We didn't know it was there, but we saw a whole bunch of people congregating around a hole in the limestone cliffs, so we just followed them.
That's cool.
You want to go deeper?
Sure.
I'm really glad we did this on this day.
I know. I'm so glad it's so different from the one we did yesterday too. Right?
Yeah, like beaches were great and like snorkeling was great.
But this is giving us more variety.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like this, without seeing this, you're missing a huge component of the island experience.
Yeah.
Here in Palawan.
I'm glad we managed to squeeze this in.
Yeah, literally, this is squeezing it in. It is 10:15. 2 hours before, less than 2 hours before we were supposed to be back at the hotel for our flight at 3 p.m.
That's right.
To catch our flight to Manila, which, by the way, this is our last night.
I know. I'm so sad.
I know, but at the same time, I'm very proud, given all the fact that, given all the struggles we've had, the allergy, my sensitive stomach, we managed to squeeze quite a lot in.
We did. Yeah.
We've done very well.
After reminiscing that this is our last night in the Philippines, we went off on the boat for our third stop. As Bijan was saying, this is our final night in the Philippines, so we were going from Coron to Manila, and then the next day from Manila we would fly back to Seattle.
Wow, water is so clear. Oh my goodness. This is Twin Lagoon, and we're just kayaking at the moment. This is the twin to the Twin Lagoon.
We had such a fabulous time kayaking around Twin Lagoon and just exploring the area. It is a true natural marvel in paradise and just mind blowing, right? And one of the unique things about the Twin Lagoon is that it is called a dual basin formation, which means the two lagoons are separated by a rugged limestone barrier in the middle with a narrow passage. So in low tide, you can really see this formation. Looking back, I really wish we had more time in Coron. Unfortunately, we really enjoyed this ultimate tour, but we didn't get the whole day experience. And as much as we enjoyed the truncated version, we wish we had spent the full day during the full tour. So I think if next time we get a chance to come back to Coron, what we'll do is at least 4 full days, 2 days of diving, 1 day again exploring the beach paradise, and then another day doing the ultimate tour. Ideally, we could have a bit more time in the front or back end as well, so you can just have a half a day relaxing on one of the many beautiful beaches in Coron. Now we're off to the last part of our trip. Our last stop was snorkeling in one of the reefs nearby, and the water was great visibility, super clear. We got to see a number of rainbow fish and other similar sized reef fish just pecking and eating. And then we finished it off near our boat, where I think our chef was preparing lunch for us. So there was some crumbs and whatever leaving the boat, and you can see all of the reef fish congregating around the boat. This is our last stop, just for lunch. But boy, what a view for lunch. And these pretty flowers too. Lunch never disappoints, and here we have shrimp, chicken, cucumber, eggplants, melons and carrots, rice and noodles, and finishing off with mangoes. This is the end of the Coron portion of our trip. We had heaps of fun, and there was no single dull moment in this entire trip. I'm curious to see what you guys think of the trip. Did you have a favorite part, whether that was the diving, the island tour, or the ultimate tour? I don't think you can go wrong with this answer. But one thing is for sure, I definitely want to come back in the future. Another thing that I want to do better next time in Coron is showcasing the local Filipino food. There was definitely more variety compared to El Nido, and we had really delicious food every single night. We had different types of soup, including balalo, skewers, seafood, sigsig, so many flavors. We just arrived in Manila, and after checking in and out of the hotel tomorrow, we would have about 24 hours in Manila. And first thing is first, we're going to head to a Makati food market tour at night. So psyched about it. Our tour did not disappoint, so we booked an Airbnb tour to do the night market in Makati, and it was so phenomenal. We had a lot of different varieties of meat. It may not be for everybody, but Bijan and I are actually quite adventurous when it comes to food, so primarily we were eating a lot of offals from pigs and chicken. So we had pig blood, and we also had intestines, liver, kidneys, gizzards, and other parts of the animal from pigs and chicken. It was so delicious. The skewers were just perfectly cooked and perfectly flavored, so really enjoy that. And we also had other dishes like lumpia, sigsig, and rice dishes. It was all phenomenal. The most adventurous was definitely balut, which is the fertilized duck embryo. We had it with a bit of vinegar and it really brought the creamy yolk flavor to life, and I really enjoyed it. Next up is a very eclectic American style cafe where we had dessert. We had a sponge cake as well as an ube flavored ice cream. We then finished off with a nightcap at one of the high rises in Makati. It was a fantastic view of the city and a really relaxing way to wind down. It's the next day, and now we're in Binondo, which is the world's oldest Chinatown and Manila's Chinatown. It was established in 1594, and you can really see the Chinese influences in this area. There are Chinese characters, Chinese foods, but it also very much a fusion and blend of Chinese and Filipino culture. So, really interesting place to be. We were mainly here to try all of the fabulous Filipino Chinese food in the area, and one of the things that were stuck to me was it was very tightly constructed, and I think it has something to do with the fact that the Chinese immigrants back in the 1500s, 1600s, etc. weren't really allowed to be in spaces outside of Chinatown, so that is why it is built in this way even today. I did quite a bit of research going into this food tour. First up, the Shanghai fried xiaobao, very famous in the area, followed by lumpia, which is a Chinese Filipino fusion. And then we had these more Taiwanese inspired pork buns, and finally ending on egg tarts that had Cantonese and Spanish flavors. After lunch, we decided to walk off our food and we visited the Intramuros area of Manila. It is the historic wall city built by the Spanish in 1571. For centuries, it was the center of political, religious, and military power in the Philippines. We also learned a lot just about the occupation of the Philippines in general through our guide. There's a lot of oppression, unfortunately, for the Filipino people, most recently by the Japanese, the Americans, and back in colonization by the Spanish. It's a really insightful part of history, and I highly recommend tourists when they go to this area to learn about its history and how the Philippines came to be where it is today. So that is it for our Philippines trip. We had a marvelous time. We actually loved it so much that we decided to change some of our honeymoon plans and come back again to the Philippines. And so you will probably see us back in the Philippines in another 10 videos or so. See you then.